an offense under the law except what the law stated to be an offense. Even under the Firearms Act, if you fashion out anything that doesn't even look that is not metal, that like a wood, and make it to look like a gun, and you use that guises to take possession of property for another person, you have committed armed robbery. So by pointing out a stun gun to another individual, I'm sending that threat and fear to such a person at that particular time constitutes an offense. So, and the law stating the offense, like I said earlier, we say the procedure for which an offender should be treated and it should be passed through. So the police, we are not doing our things, we are doing everything in line with the law and in line of the extant provision of the Constitution creating the police force and the Police Act and other regulations that we are abiding with in carrying out our day-to-day activities. So the pastor is still under investigation, though he has been granted bail.
You've heard from the police, and also Pastor Paul Adefarasin put out a statement telling people where this case is at the moment. Now, on this channel, people have dragged me for saying I called out pastors and all that stuff. So one thing you would know if this is the first time you are coming on this channel is I'm not going to mince words because of the person that is involved in this case. I still maintain that Pastor Paul Adefarasin did not point the gun at this guy. Now, I'm actually, shocked, or even like, what is going on here? Why is the police saying he flashed the gun? Now, I'm wondering if the police have actually watched the original video, like go to the guy's page and watch the video, not the one any other blog has posted. Because I was watching a very popular TV station and the video they posted was edited. What happened was that when his hand was trying to hold the steering, they did like a slow motion. So what happened is that it looked like he was pointing it at the guy. Now, I'm going to play the video again. The original video, I just re-downloaded it now from the guy's page because this happened like days ago. Let's watch the video.
Boss. Sorry.
Now let's go over what happened again. He stops his car, takes his glass down, and you can see that his hand was down. Obviously, he was holding that stuff on his hand. But he raised his hand up to hold the steering and drive off, and that was why the thing was facing the guy. Now, I'm not in support with everything that happened in that video. I said it from the beginning that I don't think Pastor Paul should have stopped that car in the first place. The road was not tight, traffic was moving, so it's not like he felt threatened. I don't think that guy touched his car. The guy did not touch his car as in physically. So it's just like, let's say somebody's on the road trying to beg you and you don't want the person to beg you. Just drive off. You don't have to stop and tell the person, don't beg me. You understand? The person is not touching your car. So I don't think Pastor Paul made a very great decision at the time. But one thing we can say is that he did not point the gun at that guy. And like I said, I've seen a lot of videos where when his hand was trying to get to the steering, they edited that part and did like a slow motion, and that was how it looks like, oh, the object was pointing at the guy, for longer than 2 seconds. But if you watch that video again with an open heart, with an open mind, not because you want to drag Pastor Paul, you all know that on this channel, I will say the truth as I see it. If you watch that video with an open heart, you can see that he didn't point that object at the guy. But now the police is saying he pointed. And like I said, I'm wondering, did the police actually watch the real video or did they watch edited parts? If you're a Nigerian in Nigeria, by Nigeria, you know that nothing is impossible with our beloved police. You'll be shocked that the person that is even doing the major investigation has not really watched the original video. Anyways, I trust that Pastor Paul has great lawyers, so they'll sort this whole thing out. But Pastor Paul actually put out a post on his Instagram and he said that he did not pay any money for bail, which is good because police always blast on their wall, oh, bail is free, bail is free, bail is free. But we know that in Nigeria, bail is not always free. But if Pastor is saying he did not pay money for bail, that's good. Like I said, I'm sure that he has great lawyers. So this statement was put out hours ago. We are grateful to everyone who had expressed concern following Pastor Paul Adefarasin's voluntary attendance at the Lagos State Police Command. Pastor Paul was detained for several hours and released without charge. During the time, a police official tweet mislabeled his strobe light stinger, also known as a stun gun, as a prohibited anti-riot equipment, leading Nigerian lawyers advised that this description is incorrect in law. Pastor Paul continues to cooperate fully with the police investigation and is confident that once the facts are reviewed, he would be exonerated of the allegation arising from the viral video. We hold the police in high esteem and trust that they will strive to act cautiously and professionally in the interest of all while upholding the laws of the land. So this is from the media department, House on the Rock, no longer from Pastor Paul Adefarasin directly. So, but something I just read now. You guys, we have a name to the thing he was holding. So let me go to Google and check. I'll come back. Woo, so we're back. The strobe effect on the flashlight also works as a last-minute self-defense option to disorientate an aggressor. So basically, it is something for self-defense. So reading more about it on Google right now, I'm seeing that it causes fatigue to the eyes when you use it for long. So it's like a flashlight thing, and bodyguards also use it. Like when the person flashes it on you, you are disorientated, so you cannot do what you wanted to do to the person you wanted to do something to. So basically, Pastor had something he wanted to use for self-defense, and it was not a GUN. So people were saying taser and all that, but this one, I think it works with the flashlight. Ooh, what do you guys think about this? Finally, we have a name. That is good. So, like I said, you see, Nigerian police, I am sure they have not even watched the main video. Pastor has given it a name. I don't know if he took it there with him for them to confirm that it was the strobe lights, that he took there. Do you think that Pastor Paul Adefarasin taking the strobe light to church would have saved all these issues, and would have stopped this whole police wahala by now? But let me know your thoughts are, guys, in the comment section. It's a real show, y'all. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.